Many disciples desert Jesus. Part 1 of 5, John 6, 60 through 62. On hearing it, many of his disciples said, "This is a hard teaching. Who can accept it?" Aware that the disciples were grumbling about this, Jesus said to them, "Does this offend you? Then what if you see the Son of Man ascend to where he was before?" In this passage and in the previous one, we see the constituencies of the people following Jesus. In John 5, there, we saw the extended onlookers and the groupies and the gawkers. Here in John 6, we're seeing the Judean elites as a group, we're seeing the disciples as a large group, and then we're seeing those 12 apostles as a core. All of them a little bit different, sort of. And I guess that makes sense, right? Because they're all invested at different levels. The 12 apostles, very highly. But notice that we get more grumbling here. The last time it was the Judean elites grumbling because Jesus says, and I quote, "I am the bread that came down from heaven." Here we see Jesus' disciples grumbling about Jesus saying, "This is the bread that came down from heaven. Your ancestors ate manna and died, but whoever feeds on this bread will live forever." So both groups are grumbling because both groups think Jesus is talking physically and not spiritually. The religious elites and the disciples are both stuck in the physical world. And I know we can't possibly relate to that. You'll recall that the crowd in the previous section demanded that Jesus show him a new sign to substantiate these claims that he's making about himself. And Jesus kind of brushes them off. He sort of dodged the question by pointing out that the manna was great and all, but it stopped and it only sustained for a day. He pointed them away from the daily into the eternal. Here we see grumbling again, but this time it is from the disciples. Jesus doesn't brush them off, but he also does not take the bait. Instead, he does the same thing he did with the previous grumblers. Point them to eternity and remind them of the fact that he left a darn nice seat in eternity to come listen to them complain.